Welcome to Beyond the Badge. Beyond the Badge is an inside look at your Oshkosh Police Department, brought to you through the resources of Oshkosh Community Media Services.
Welcome to this edition of Beyond the Badge. I'm Joe Nichols. On today's show, we'll be talking with Jody Riley, Administrative Assistant to the Oshkosh Police Department, about the new Oshkosh Police Department website. Later in the show, we'll be talking with Tori McCarthy, Crime Analyst for the Oshkosh Police Department. We welcome all of you listening to us on 101.9 Oshkosh FM, and those of you watching us on GovTV. Jody, welcome to the show.
Hi, Joe. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming back on, and we've got a brand new website we're going to be talking about. But first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I'm the Administrative Assistant to the Chief of Police, and I've been with the Oshkosh Police Department for 11 years.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for coming on today's show. And as we talk about the website, soon the viewers will be going right to the website here. And we want you to navigate, and they'll follow along. So how do people, first of all, get to the Oshkosh Police Department website?
Sure. www.oshkoshpd.com takes you to our website.
Fantastic. So what is new on this website?
Well, we're excited about the new design, and we have a lot of new features. The first feature that people will see are the quick guide tabs or icons that give easy access to information on team policing, parking, employment, records and reports, the police blotter, news and events, and Beyond the Badge.
Okay.
Below that, the Chief's Corner is Chief Dean Smith, his welcome to the website. The Who We Are section is a way for citizens to learn about the officers of the Oshkosh Police Department and why they serve the community. Clicking the link here takes you to our YouTube page, where you can view the featured videos of the officers and why they wear the badge, and also crime prevention fighting tips.
Very good.
Below that, you'll see feeds to our Facebook and Twitter accounts, and a link to Crime Stoppers.
Fantastic. Now up at the top here, you're going to navigate through this new toolbar, which is for ease of use.
Correct. The first tab, the home button, will take you back, to the home page, and you can also access the home page by using the OPD patch.
Very convenient.
So both things will take you back to the home page. On the first tab, About Us, citizens will learn about the history of the Oshkosh Police Department, the mission, vision, values, and accreditation.
Okay.
Bureaus will take you to our three main bureaus: Administrative Services, Patrol Services, and Investigative Services.
Okay.
Under the I Want To, there's a lot of very good information, useful information. Citizens can report a traffic issue, quality of life concern, submit anonymous tips, provide feedback on police contact, or even dispose of unwanted medications using our drug drop box, which is located in the safety building lobby.
Very good.
So here they can find instructions for using the drop box, what they need to know about the program, and the contributors of the program.
Fantastic.
Citizens can read department publications. And under Find, citizens can find incidents that are occurring in their neighborhood by accessing the My Neighborhood updates.
Sure, and once you click on that button, you'll be taken to this page here. And what you'll do is we put in the Oshkosh Police Department address, which is 420 Jackson Street. And what you would do is, if you wanted to know what's happening in your neighborhood, type in your address along with the zip code, and then you'll be taken to this map. You can see the push pin here, which is red in color, and Jody's highlighting it with the mouse hand. And it shows there the different bubbles around that address. And if you scroll down just a little bit more, you're going to see the police calls that have taken place in that area within the last 30 days in your neighborhood. And if you want to, you can click on it, and it kind of shows you the call. It's not going to give the names of people involved or the actual address, but it gives people information in regards to what's happening in their neighborhood.
Also, under the Find tab, citizens can access the Wisconsin Department of Corrections sex offender registry to find sex offenders in their neighborhood. Victims or witnesses of crime can find helpful information, brochures, and resources.
Oh, yeah.
Under the Get, citizens or community groups that would like to get a tour of the department, have a demonstration, or request a speaker, an officer to speak at an event, can access that. That takes you to the crime prevention page with the email and phone number for the crime prevention officer to request that.
Fantastic.
They can also access annual statistical data. Under Command Vehicle, here people can learn about the Command and Community Outreach Vehicle, or our CCOV vehicle. They can also request that vehicle for an event.
Okay.
Under Contact Us, you'll find our mailing address, non-emergency telephone number, information on the public information officer or crime prevention officer.
Okay.
The contact feedback form allows citizens to submit concerns, send a complimentary letter. The police directory gives you information on employees in the department.
Fantastic. Now we're going to go down here. We're going to talk a little bit about our team policing tab. What's on that?
Under the team policing tab, citizens can learn what team policing is, who their district officers are, subscribe to team newsletters, and also access to My Neighborhood updates. New on this page are the supervisors for each zone or district.
Okay.
And also new on the team policing map is the search bar.
Yeah, and that's great because you can type in your address just like My Neighborhood Update, and it will take you right to that address. And from there, you'll be able to see who your district officer is, and it's a very nice feature that was added this time because a lot of people couldn't find it. So there you see in District 1, Officer Augsburger is right at the police department. So we can go on to the next tab then, and we can take a look at, I believe it is parking. There we go. So tell us a little bit about parking and what we can find there.
Sure, parking provides rules and regulations, permit parking, parking ticket appeals, how citizens can pay a parking ticket online, and also look up parking tickets online.
Fantastic. Very user-friendly. Very user-friendly. So then the next one, a lot of people have questions about records and accident information. What can they find there? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it employment? Oh, employment. My mistake. Go ahead.
Sure. Under the Employment tab, anyone that wants to become a part of the Oshkosh Police Department, either as an officer or other positions such as community service officer, school crossing guards, or administrative support staff, can find the information there.
Great information. Now we go to records and accident reports.
Sure. For citizens that would like to request accident, incident, or open records requests, they can find the information online forms here, also the fees, and any information that they need to know about their request.
Fantastic. A lot of people don't know that if you get your reports emailed to them, there should be no cost involved in it. So that's always a nice thing to have. There's no money. The next one is our police blotter, which a lot of people ask about what happened on this date and time. It is very user-friendly. If you have any questions, who would they contact?
They can simply just call the Oshkosh Police Department at 920-236-5700.
Fantastic. And Jody, I really thank you very much for coming on today's show and talking with us in regards to the new website. And we'll be right back after this short break.
Hi, I'm Sergeant Dave Moss with the City of Oshkosh Police Department. Ever since I was a young boy, I knew I wanted to wear the badge. My motivations were the same as many others in this profession. I wanted to protect people and serve the citizens of my community. After becoming a law enforcement officer, I found that there are many other noble reasons people choose to wear this badge, but we are all joined by the same overarching desire to protect and serve. I wear the badge to instill order in the community. I dream of a place where our children can be raised without witnessing acts of violence or encountering the temptation of drugs. I wear the badge to hold others accountable for their actions in hopes that it will bring peace to the community. My badge serves as a reminder to me of the responsibility I have to treat citizens with kindness and respect while applying the law fairly across the community without regard to one's ethnic background or social status. I wear the badge to be a symbol of hope during challenging times, a solid foundation in a crisis situation, and a friendly smile on a Sunday afternoon. We understand that when you call the police or we stop behind you on the roadway, it may not be your finest moment. We understand that frustrations may be high and the moment may be tense, but please consider why we wear the badge and join us in making Oshkosh a great place to live and work.
Wisconsin roadways, 1 out of every 4 drivers forgets or never takes the time. Over 500 people died on Wisconsin roads last year, many due to not wearing their seatbelts. Learn how we can achieve 0 deaths on Wisconsin roads. Visit zeroinwisconsin.gov. Zero in Wisconsin, a vision we can all live with.
Thank you.
Killed someone while driving drunk, and you'll never be able to wash the blood off your hands.
Why won't this blood wash off?
On the badge. We're talking now with Tori McCarthy, our crime analyst for the Oshkosh Police Department, about crime analysis. Tori, welcome to today's show.
Thank you.
Well, you're very welcome. Well, first time on the show. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I've only been at Oshkosh since January. Prior to that, I spent just a little under 3 years at Winnebago Sheriff's Department, so I'm not new to the area. I just finished up my master's degree in crime management. I've been in the United States Army for the past 8 years. I've got a little bit of work in all spectrums of the criminal justice field. I've worked in corrections, as a dispatcher, as a deputy, as a private investigator even. So I've got a little bit of everything.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, once again, thank you for coming on today's show.
Thank you.
And what is a crime analyst?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. It's someone who looks at the bigger picture of the police department by looking into criminal and non-criminal incidents throughout the city, and then trying to put into place effective strategies and tactics to prevent future crime.
Fantastic. And I'm sure you've got some specialized training in becoming a crime analyst.
Sure. You know, there is no specific degree for crime analysts, but I would imagine that most people have a criminal justice background. That's definitely more beneficial. There's specialized training courses that you can attend, and actually, you know, I was thinking about this the other day. When I was in high school, you know, I was in algebra classes and things like that, and I would think to myself, I'm never going to use this, why am I doing this? But I use math every single day on the job, so you have to be a little proficient in that category as well.
Fantastic. And if you kids are listening out there, remember, pay attention in math class. So how does analyzing crimes assist the Oshkosh Police Department and the community?
Sure. Well, it identifies patterns in crime that officers may not be aware of by just working normal patrol. It helps to plan for future resource needs. Where do we want to put officers? Where are we seeing more crime? What times of the day are we seeing more crime? So it helps us be more proactive in responding to crime rather than just being reactive to it.
Very good. And how does that assist the community then?
Well, my whole goal for the department is to assist it in becoming a intelligence-led police department. And like I said before, that is helping them be proactive to fighting crime rather than just reacting to it. So if we can say, all right, we're seeing a pattern in this area of the city, maybe we place more officers in that area and hopefully deter crime from happening.
Fantastic. And for the community, you know, you're able to help them as well.
Correct. It helps lower the crime rate and helps you know, make the quality of life better for citizens.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, making a
Correct.
great community. So what types of reports do you create?
You know, I work on district crime reports for all 7 districts throughout the city. I do a monthly UCR report, which is the Uniform Crime Report. I work on a lot with juvenile runaways, offender profiles. I could do, you know, residential or commercial location profiles, and just a lot of statistical reports and analysis.
Fantastic. A lot of information is out there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So what are some of the projects that you're working on right now?
Right now, I've been researching a lot of software programs to help with our crime mapping and link analysis, just to help with our department's abilities and link analysis capabilities. I've been, like I said, working on a lot with juvenile runaways and statistics about those individuals, and I'm also working on the 2016 annual report for the department.
Fantastic. Busy assignment.
Yes.
Yeah, wearing many hats.
Yep.
You mentioned mapping crimes.
Correct.
So what are some of these maps, and how does this assist, you know, the community in preventing crime?
Well, you know, you can take any sort of crime that happens in the area and place it on a map. We're trying to show, you know, based on geographical and spatial locations, where patterns are happening, where we're seeing the most types of incidents. You know, I have the capabilities to create high crime mapping, so you can visualize what you're seeing and where in particular areas. Repeat address maps, hotspot mapping, it helps you to show density of crime. And also, crime mapping helps analyze the spatial relationship between offenders and targets. So it's not only showing where it's happening, but it's showing where that offender might live or play or just do their daily, day-to-day activities. And that can be done with victims as well.
Fantastic. And I know that soon we'll be sharing those maps with the community.
Correct, yep.
So that they can see it as well. Do you work with other crime analysts throughout the state?
I do. You know, there's not very many of us. You know, we have a decent-sized city here in Oshkosh, but there's only one of me. And I can say, you know, that's pretty common throughout the state of Wisconsin, where there might just be one crime analyst in a particular area. So I do work with other people. We do a lot of emailing and webinars, and you know, that's the same pattern nationwide. I'm a part of the International Association of Crime Analysts. We do a lot of emailing back and forth to help each other with problems we're seeing in the departments.
That's fantastic. And you mentioned that they kind of see the same type of thing that's happening here, and it's happening in other
Absolutely.
parts of the state or the country.
Right.
Yeah, wow. So what, if any, type of crime are the most prevalent in Oshkosh that you see?
Sure. You know, early on in the year we did have a string of burglaries, but since then it's been resolved. You know, that situation is pretty much done with. There are no major crime patterns at this time. In fact, I can say, you know, based on February statistics completely from our CAD, which is our computer automated dispatch system, compared to last year, we're down 53.7% from 2016 to 2017, just in that month. You know, if I could make any recommendations, I have noticed that if we do have thefts, it has a lot of times been thefts from vehicles, so I would say please lock your vehicles and take your keys out of your vehicles.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
And that's good. That's great advice. So how about, how can citizens assist you in your job? I mean, if they called in, do you use that information?
Absolutely. You know, some people are hesitant to report things because they think it doesn't matter, but it absolutely does. You know, anytime a call is generated, it's probably something that I'm looking at, and it goes right into our statistical, you know, databases where I can pull information from and look for histories or things that can help prevent crime in the future.
Okay, and so if they just called the police department and, hey, you know, I saw something suspicious, you know, report that.
Yeah,
We've
absolutely.
We've been trying to get that information out there. And please lock your doors, take your keys and valuables out of
Correct.
your vehicle. Otherwise, you get one person that's out there pulling on door handles. Absolutely. So anything else that that our viewers and listeners should know about the crime analyst? Anything else you want to share?
You know, I'm here for, you know, any questions that they might have about crime in the city. You know, I do my best to compile it all and put it out there so that it's easily digestible by patrol officers and by any other citizen who might not have any criminal justice background. So I'm always open for questions, or, you know, a lot of people who are in the criminal justice career field, who are going to school, don't really know about my position. So, you know, it's something I'd like to talk to kids about and make them aware of the positions, because you shouldn't limit yourself to only just being a patrol officer or just being a corrections officer. There's a lot out there.
Fantastic. So you do go out to the community and do presentations and that type of thing?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that you'll be at the neighborhood watch meetings and letting people know, our neighborhood watch captains, exactly what's taking place. So, well, Tori, thank you so very much for coming on today's show. And we'll be right back after this short break.
If you have expired or unused medication, don't flush it, pour it down the drain, or toss it in the trash. Safely dispose of unwanted or expired medications at the drug drop box located inside the Oshkosh Police Department. It's convenient and anonymous, safe and secure, and it's open to everyone 24/7. Drop off your prescriptions, over-the-counter drugs, pet meds, and more. Keep drugs out of the reach of children and out of our water supply. Dispose of unwanted or expired medications at the drug drop box. For more information, visit the Oshkosh Police Department website at oshkoshpd.com.
Beyond the Badge. We thank Jody Riley and Tori McCarthy for being on today's show. Please remember that to visit the newly updated Oshkosh Police Department website at www.oshkoshpd.com. There you're going to find many new updates and user-friendly pages. Remember, spring is here, and I like the warm weather. I'm sure a lot of you do too. Motorists, please remember that as the weather warms, there will be more bicyclists out enjoying the weather, especially the kids. Please pay attention to the children on bicycles, as they may enter traffic without notice. We want everyone to be safe and enjoy the weather. On a sad note, you may have noticed that the black band covering the badges of the Oshkosh police officers and other jurisdictions in Wisconsin this past couple of weeks. This is being done in remembrance of Everest Metropolitan Police Detective Jason Weiland, who was killed in the line of duty on March 22nd, 2017. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Jason's family, the families of the other victims, the Everest Police Department, and the communities in Marathon County affected by this tragedy.